Yo, how's it going everyone? And welcome back to another vlog. Sorry for not uploading for a really long time. It's been probably at least 2 weeks, but I'm gonna start getting back into making vlogs and making videos for you guys. So a lot of you might be wondering what happened to my front wheels. If you have me on Instagram, you've probably seen it on my story, but something unfortunate happened a couple days ago and it forced me to take off the wheels and kind of look like this. So a few days ago, my wheels, or my tires, kind of blew out. Thank God the boys came to rescue me, but I'll show you a little what happened. Alright, so this is one of the front wheels, and as you can see, there is a whole bunch of wire showing. I barely used any of this tread, and it's just all worn down on the sidewall right here. Now this happened because I was kind of negligent and I haven't been monitoring my tires. Once you run like double-digit camber, it's really critical so that you do check on your tires at least every month or every 2 weeks, just because they're giving a lot of wear. But it's okay, I already ordered a new pair of tires right here, the Federal 595 SS. I choose to go to Federals just because they're a little bit higher quality than Nankangs. I used to run Nankangs all the time just because they were cheap, but I noticed that with Nankangs, there's a very high chance that your tire is going to be leaking or it's going to be, because it happens to my homies all the time. With Federals, I haven't had a problem with any leaks. It's just the only thing that the wear was really weird. It's probably because my alignment was thrown off and I should have realigned my car. It was just my fault. I was being kind of irresponsible about it, but lesson learned. I could have definitely got a lot more life out of these tires, but you know what? Stance life. I'm just kidding. A lot of you probably noticed already, but I do have a new hairstyle. I did perm my hair about 2 weeks ago or so, and you know, just gotta switch it up for 2018. I mean, so far I like it. Something different. So if you guys are starting off a new year, why not start it off with a new hairstyle? Look good, you know. Today I'm gonna be doing a lower control arm install. I do already have lower control arms, but I needed to change my PBM control arms to a straight control arm because the PBM control arms have a bend, and I'll be showing you guys that later. Cool, got the new control arms right here. Let's go ahead and unbox it for you guys. Alright, so I did end up going with the Cusco rear lower control arms. They are probably one of the higher end control arms for the FRS BRZ market, but I decided to go with this because I know that Cusco is a really popular product and all their products are really high quality stuff. So let's go ahead and get the install started for you guys. Alright, the car is now on jack stand, it's all ready to be worked on. Let me show you what the PBM lower control arms look like. Alright, so as you can see here, the PBM control arm kind of dips down a bit and then bolts to the subframe right here. And I believe this drop is for a 40mm drop from the stock control arm. And then this lower hole would be like a 60mm drop. I'm actually not too sure on the specs, but it does drop your car in the rear quite a bit. Alright, now for some reason when Airlift or any air company that designs struts for the FRS and BRZ, for some reason the rear struts don't air up as high as the front struts. It might be due to the fact that the rear bags are sleeves versus the front, which are double bellows. I'm not too sure if that makes a difference, but it could be why the struts don't raise as much in the rear. Alright, so for you guys who do plan on going bags on your FRS or B or Z, I definitely recommend getting a control arm that is straight versus a bent one. Just because of why I explained it, the rears won't be able to air up as much as the fronts. So I recommend getting a straight control arm, no PBMs, no voodoo, no stance, because all of those have a bend. So I definitely recommend getting like Cusco rear lower control arm, or Racerex does make them too. I went with the Cuscos. They're about 500 bucks, 5 to 600 bucks retail. And I know it's a little expensive, but you are paying for what you get. And the quality of the Cusco is a lot better than all the other arms out there. So let's go ahead and get this install started for you guys, and we'll go from there. Alright, so as you guys can see, there are 4 bolts that are holding the control arm in. This one goes to the subframe, this is the end link, this one goes to the strut, and then this one goes to the bottom of the hub. So let's go ahead and start by removing these 4 bolts, and we should be good. Alright, so I got both the control arms out. This is what the PBM looks like. As you can tell, there is a really big bend here that drops your car quite a bit. Let's compare these to the Cuscos, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Alright, so as you can see, the Cuscos are a lot more straight than the PBMs. And this will hopefully in turn raise my car up by these few millimeters that the PBM drops my car by. Now the reason I'm doing this is not only because my rears don't air up as high as I'd like them to, but it's because at higher PSIs on these cars, the airlift strut starts to clunk. And I noticed this around 50 to 60 PSI. So hopefully with raising this car, I'll be able to ride at a lower PSI and kind of resolve the issue of the clunking noise. Now don't get me wrong, the PBMs make really good products, and I really do like the PBM kind of bronzish color more than this Cusco blue. But I gotta switch it over to fix that issue, and I mean the Cuscos look pretty nice too. So the PBMs will be up for sale, so if you guys follow me on Instagram, I will have a for sale post up soon. I recommend, if you guys are static and you're on coilovers, get the PBMs because they're a lot cheaper than all the other control arms out there. So if you guys are interested in these control arms, hit me in the DMs on Instagram. I'm not too sure how much I'm going to sell them for yet, but it's going to be pretty cheap because I was running them for as long as I had the cars. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, if you guys don't know, I do work at System Motorsports. So if you guys are interested in any parts for your FRS, BR, Z, WRX, anything, we're a dealer for a lot of brands such as Cusco, for example. I ordered Cusco from System Motorsports since I do work there. We do sell other things like airlift, work wheels, rays. Hit me up for those, and only hit me up if you guys are really serious about it, because I know a lot of you guys ask me for a price and you kind of you get scared by the cost of things. But a lot of these quality parts that we do sell aren't cheap, so don't be surprised by the price I do quote you. Prices are negotiable, so hit me in the DMs, don't be afraid. I know on Instagram it's hard for me to reply to a lot of these DMs because I get so many of them and they always get lost. So I'm probably going to set up an email soon just for System Motorsports. So if you guys are ever interested in any parts, hopefully I'll have an email soon where you guys can email me and ask me about prices, or if you need any advice with your fitment. So sorry if I don't reply to your Instagram DMs. I do get a lot of them. It's hard to reply to everyone. So if you guys are serious about inquiring about some wheels or control arms or air suspension, I'll have an email set up soon where you guys can email me and ask me about those. Let's go ahead and put these new control arms in and see what I have planned for the rest of the day. Alright, so when installing these control arms, I'm going to want to have the same exact fitment, so I do want these control arms to be the exact same length. So in doing this, I'm going to be measuring from mounting hole to mounting hole, just so I can get the same exact spec that I had before. I'm not too sure why they used these kind of nuts that have the little rubber derailleur inside. It just makes it so much harder to fucking thread it through. I think I'm gonna just use the OEM bolt. This is way too much work. Alright, one side's in. Now time to do the other side. And since I'm always, working on my car by myself, I know it's a lot easier to have like a helping hand or a homie to help you align all the holes, but if you don't have a friend with you, always have your trusty low pro jack to help you out in times of need. Alright, the control arm install is now done. Fairly easy. All you gotta do is just unbolt those 4 bolts and then take out the control arm, reinstall it. Quick and easy. Nothing too crazy or serious. Alright, so got the wheels back on. Now after looking at the driver's side, I can kind of see it's towing out a bit. Could be due to inaccurate measurements or whatever. But the passenger side, yeah, it looks like it's towing out just a little bit as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the tow arms just enough so I can drive it to because bags, because they're gonna be aligning my car. Alright guys, as you can see here, I do have a height sensor limit, and that's probably because from raising the car, it used to be only able to air up maybe about this much, but the control arms added about another ½ an inch to an inch in height. So here, and also miscalculated the fitment a little bit. Let's go ahead and see how it looks. Yep, and that's aired all the way out, and obviously this is not where I want it to be. There's a pretty big gap here. Same goes for the other side. Looks like I need to add just a little bit more camber. Alright, so a little trick I learned for if you are on air suspension and you want to test the fitment after you fiddled with the camber arms and the tow arms for the BRZ. If you are on air suspension, all you gotta do is just make sure you air out the bag. And then pretty much all you're gonna do is just jack up the wheel and see how it fits. And then from there you can just adjust however much you want to adjust the camber and tow. So let's go ahead and try that out. Yep, so it looks like I need a little bit more camber, so I'm gonna go ahead and release this all the way, and then I'm gonna go back and adjust the camber again. Cool. Alright, after playing with the new arms and tow arms a little bit, I got the fitment to where I want it to be. Looks like it has a little bit more camber than before, but not too much of a difference. Hopefully when I air it out on the ground, it'll close this little gap here. But so far it looks good. Now I just gotta move on to the other side, and then I should be done with the install. Alright, now my control arm install is done. I just need to load in my wheels and tires so I can take it to because bags for mounting and an alignment. Hopefully I can fit the wheels and tires in my car, but I'm not too sure, honestly. This is one thing I hate about the BRZ, is that it's so compact and there's no space. There's no space for anything, especially with the air tank in the back. I literally have no trunk space. I mean, the trunk space is decent, but I can't put a wheel in my trunk, so I'm gonna have to put it in my back seat and my front seat, and hopefully they fit. So we'll find out. And they fit. I got 2 tires in the front seat, got the 2 wheels in the back. Alright guys, all the wheels and tires are in the car now. Let's go ahead and head to because bags. Alright, just made it to because bags. I'm gonna go ahead and get these tires mounted and get the car aligned, and we should be good. Alright, while waiting for Luke to finish my car, right over there, I guess I'll go ahead and take a look at around here. Maybe get a little cinematic for you guys. Kind of check out the shop. Because Bags is actually a really well-known air shop in the Bay Area. So if you guys have any air needs, you want to do like bag install, hit it Because Bags. They really do A1 work. Let's go ahead and take a look around the shop. Alright, if you guys didn't know, this is Luke's car, his Project S13. It's in the works, you know. I feel like he's been working on it for a really long time, but he's making some progress. I believe he recently put on the PBM angle kit, which is pretty nice. Luke, which is over there, Luke's working on my car right now. He is apparently working with Likewise, so that's why you see all these Likewise products here. Likewise is actually what I'm running right now, the shift knob extension. I'll have the links below since you guys are always asking me what kind of extension you have. But yeah, these are Likewise. Their products are really nice. They have some really colorful stuff if you guys are into that. And they also sell lug nuts too. So that's pretty cool, Alright, finally finished the alignment and tire mounting at Sprint Autoworks, or Because Bags. And now I'm gonna go ahead and head to Randy's house and see what they're doing. Alright guys, we are now at the Eliminate house. Not doing much over here. Just, you know.
I put it into my mango. I thought it'd be really good.
Just playing Fortnite.
Yeah, break it in.
Yep, I thought we were gonna do something else tonight, but I guess that'll be it for today's vlog.
Yeah, we're boring ass people.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to go shoot, but
I know, I was down to go shoot.
I got lazy.
I was down to shoot too, but no one wanted to go.
So I'm in the vlog here. Thank you guys for watching the video. Alright, so I know it's 2018. I'm gonna set some goals. I'm trying to reach 50k subscribers by the end of this year. So if you guys are new to the channel, if you aren't subscribed, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll mean a lot to me because, you know, all the YouTube creators are kind of struggling out here and I need it, so. Oh, I don't need it, but I'd like it. Thank you guys for watching and I'll catch you in the next vlog.